15 teams from across Duval County are ready to battle for academic achievement. Who will emerge victorious? Stay tuned. It's Brain Brawl, now in its 16th year of academic competition. Presented by the Duval County Public Schools, Dr. Larry L. Zinke, Superintendent. Here is your host, Tom Welsh.
Battling in today's match are teams from Forrest High School and Lee High School. Let's meet the team members. First, from Forrest High School, we have Anna McDaniel, Sarah Meese. The team captain is Jessica Fowler and Jennifer Seaman. For Robert E. Lee, we have Dylan Follen, Chris Donovan. The team captain is John Arntz and Russell Mitchell. Forrest team is coached by Robert Day and John Meese, and Lee's team is coached by Ramsey Mead and Anathet Durham. Our officials are from the IBM Corporation, who will be donating a computer to the overall winner of this year's competition. Let's review the rules. Toss-up is worth 4 points and a bonus 10 points, but you must answer the toss-up correctly in order to try for the bonus. If I'm interrupted by a member of either team during the reading of a toss-up, I'll stop and ask for an answer. If that answer is incorrect, 2 points will be awarded to the opposing team's score, and that team will have the opportunity to answer the question when I repeat it. They have 5 seconds to answer a toss-up and 20 seconds to answer a bonus. Viewers at home see an unofficial score on the bottom of the screen. We'll give you the official score at the end of each round. With the rules down, teams, good luck. Here's your first toss-up. Many of her books describe the life she knew as a young tomboy in Nebraska during the 1880s and 1890s. Name this Pulitzer Prize-winning author whose works include O Pioneers and... yes, John?
Willa Cather.
That's it. The bonus is worth 10 points. Solve the following system of equations for x and y. First, 4x plus 3y equals 22. Second, 2x plus 6y equals 2 for 10 points. Solve the following system of equations for x and y. 4x plus 3y equals 22. 2x plus 6y equals 2. Time's up. X equals 7, y equals negative 2 for no points. But keep your pencils up for this toss-up. Give the Roman numeral for 1993. MCMXCIII. Another toss-up. Organisms that inhabit a particular area and interact form a community. What name is given to a community together with its non-living environment? Yes, Russell?
Biome?
No, that's incorrect, Forrest. Jennifer?
Species?
No, an ecosystem is what we're looking for. Another toss-up. What term is given to Greek history and culture from the time of Alexander the Great to the Roman conquest? Jennifer?
Hellenistic?
Yes. The bonus is worth 2 points each, or 10 points for all 4. Answer the following questions about the Byzantine Empire. First, the most famous church in Constantinople. Second, the emperor responsible for the preservation of Roman law. Third, the name of the harbor of Constantinople. And fourth, the group to whom the empire finally fell in 1453. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all 4, answer the following questions about the Byzantine Empire. First, the most famous church in Constantinople. Second, the emperor responsible for preservation of Roman law. Third, the name of the harbor on Constantinople. And finally, the group to whom the empire finally fell in 1453.
Number 1, Hippodrome. Number 2, Justinian. Number 4, the Turks. And number 3, the Turks.
Judge, I have just one. Just one. Hagia Sophia for the first, Justinian for the second, Golden Horn for the third, Ottoman Turks for the fourth, for 2 points. Toss up. The childhood and adolescence of Eugene Gant forms the center of which long semi-autobiographical novel set in a decadent southern town? Yes, John?
Elmer Gantry?
No, that's incorrect. Does Forrest have an answer? That is the center of Look Homeward Angel. You'll need your pencils for this toss-up. If 5y divided by negative 3 equals 15, what is the value of 4y? The value is negative 36. What is the protected dormant tissue called that may develop into a new stem, flower, or leaf? Jennifer?
The mesoderm?
No, that's incorrect. Lee? That's a bud. Toss up. Who represented Great Britain at Versailles at the end of World War I? Chris? No. Forrest? Yes, Sarah.
Cromwell?
No. David Lloyd George. Toss-up. Name the Austrian composer who wrote the symphony known as the Unfinished in B minor. Yes, John?
Schubert?
Yes. Bonus is worth 2 points each, or 10 points for all four. State whether each of the following biological taxons is a kingdom, a phylum, a class, or an order. First, Mammalia. Second, Sporozoa. Third, Crocodilia. And fourth, Cephalopoda. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all four, state whether each of the following biological taxons is a kingdom, phylum, class, or order. Mammalia, Sporozoa, Crocodilia, and Cephalopoda.
Number 1's a class, number 2's a class, number 3's a class, and number 4's an order.
The first one is indeed a class, the second is a phylum, the third is an order, the fourth is a class. Judge, I have one correct for 2 points. Toss up. Name the American poet whose collection of United States folk songs were published in the American Songbook in 1927. Sarah?
Whitman?
No, that's incorrect. Does Lee have an answer? Those are the works of Carl Sandburg. You'll need your pencils for this toss-up. Given f of x equals x to the fourth minus 3x squared plus 2x plus 7, and g of x equals 3, what is g of f of x? Dylan, I think you beat the bell.
0?
No, that's incorrect. Forrest? No, the answer is 3. The relationship between termites and the protozoa living within their intestines is an example of what type of ecological yes, Russell?
Symbiosis?
No, that's a 2-point penalty. I'll repeat the question for Forrest. The relationship between termites and the protozoa living within their intestines is an example of what type of ecological symbiosis? Sarah?
Parasitic?
No, it's called mutualism. Another toss-up. What was the first representative law-making body in North America? Chris?
House of Burgesses.
Yes. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Name first the poet, and second the poem from which these lines are taken. Approach thy grave like one who wraps the drapery of his couch about him and lies down to pleasant dreams. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Name first the poet, and second the poem from which these lines are taken. Approach thy grave like one who wraps the drapery of his couch about him and lies down to pleasant dreams.
1 is Bryant, 2 is Thanatomsis.
That's it, 10 points. Toss up. Name the Rudyard Kipling novel where a young Irish boy afoot in colonial India is involved with a native mystic and the Secret Service. Yes, Jennifer?
Kim?
That's it. The bonus is worth 10 points. Two tangents to a circle from an external point R form an angle of 96 degrees. What is the measure of the minor intercepted arc? For 10 points. Two tangents to a circle from an external point R form an angle of 96 degrees. What is the measure of the minor intercepted arc?
Um, 96.
84 degrees, no points. Keep your pencils up for this toss-up. What is the slope of a line whose equation is 9y equals 4x plus 36? Yes, Jessica? No, I'm sorry. A math answer must be instantaneous. Lee, do you have an answer? Yes, John?
4?
No, that's incorrect. 4/9. Toss-up. Identify the man often called the inkblot man who developed a psychological test based on the interpretation of black shapes on white paper. Yes, John?
Rorschach?
That's it. The bonus is worth 2 points each, or 10 points for all four. Identify the following reformers in American history. First, the founder of the American Red Cross. Second, he edited an abolitionist paper, The Liberator. Third, founded the first U.S. school for the deaf. And fourth, proposed the establishment of normal schools for training educators. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all four, identify the following reformers in American history. First is the founder of the American Red Cross. Second, edited an abolitionist paper, The Liberator. Third, founded the first U.S. school for the deaf. And finally, the fourth, proposed the establishment of normal schools for training educators.
2 is William Lloyd Garrison. 3 is Anne Sullivan.
Clara Barton for the first. Garrison's correct. The third is Thomas Hopkins Gallaudet, and the fourth is Horace Mann. So we have one correct for 2 points. Toss-up. Name the only man who was elected President of the United States by the House of Representatives. Jennifer?
Harrison.
No, that's incorrect. Lee? That was John Quincy Adams. Toss up. What post-impressionist painter chose his subjects from the common folks on the Montmartre section of Paris and frequently used gouache on cardboard? Jennifer?
Renoir.
No, that's incorrect. Lee? John?
Toulouse-Lautrec.
That's it. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Answer these questions about the human heart. First, what is the wall between the left and right ventricles called? And second, to which chamber of the heart is the aorta connected? For 4 points each, or 10 points for both, answer these questions about the human heart. First, what is the wall between the left and right ventricles called? And second, to which chamber of the heart is the aorta connected?
1 is the septum, 2 is the left ventricle.
That's correct for 10 points. And that's the end of round 1. Before we look at the score, let's meet the team players from Forrest High School. First, we have Anna McDaniel. Anna's a senior. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of Florida, majoring in education. She's in senior girls and in beta. Next is Sarah Meese. Sarah's a senior. She plans to attend Florida State University and major in musical theater. She hopes to move to New York and be an opera singer and an actress. She's vice president of National Honor Society, treasurer of the Forrest Chorale. She has attended all-state chorus for 3 years. Team captain Jessica Fowler is a senior. She's an active member of National Honor Society and Paramed. She plans to attend Flagler College and major in elementary education. And finally, Jennifer Seaman is a senior. This is her 2nd year of Brain Brawl. She's also actively involved with the chorale and musical theater programs. She's a member of the varsity girls soccer team. After graduation, she plans to take some time off to hike the Appalachian Trail. Then in the fall, she'll attend Brigham Young University. And those are the team players from Forrest High School. Now let's look at the first round score. Forrest has 12 points. Lee has 44 points. Lee has elected to substitute, and Chris Allen has joined his team. There he is. The rules in round 2 remain the same, so let's continue. Identify the English poet who wrote the following lines. She walks in beauty like the night, of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes. Jennifer?
Keats.
No, that's incorrect. Lee? Chris?
Coleridge.
No, that's Lord Byron. You need your pencils for this toss-up. What is the value of the determinant, or the denominator, symbolized by a capital D, in solving this system, 4x minus 2y equals 5, and 6x plus 3y equals 1, by Cramer's rule? And the answer is 24. Toss-up. What do we call a stellar beacon that is thought to rotate at amazingly... yes, John?
Pulsar?
Yes. The bonus is worth 2 points each, or 10 points for all 4. State the name of the well-known children of the following 4 mothers created by Shakespeare. First, Lady Montague. Second, Gertrude. Third, Lady Capulet. And fourth, Duchess of York. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all 4. State the name of the well-known children of the following 4 mothers created by Shakespeare. First, Lady Montague. Second, Gertrude. Third, Lady Capulet. And fourth, Duchess of York.
One is Romeo, 2 is Hamlet, 3 is Juliet, and 4 is Macbeth.
The last one's Edward IV, but the first 3 are correct for 6 points. Sun Yat-sen was a revolutionary Chinese leader who founded a political party known as the KMT. By what name is this party better known? John?
Chinese Communist Party?
No, that's incorrect. Forrest? That is Kuomintang. In what Shakespearean play will you find the line, "They say an old man is twice a child"? Chris?
Hamlet.
That's correct. The bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all 4. What do each of the following equal in simplest form? First, sine of the quantity x plus pi. Second, cosine of the quantity x minus pi. Third, sine of the quantity pi minus x. And fourth, the cosine of negative x. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all 4, what do each of the following equal in simplest form? First, sine of the quantity x plus pi. Second, cosine of the quantity x minus pi. Third, sine of the quantity pi minus x. And fourth, the cosine of negative x.
One, 0, 1, and undefined?
No, the negative sine of x, the negative cosine of x, the sine of x, and the cosine of x for no points. You need your pencils for this toss-up, however. What is the measure of one interior angle of a regular polygon with 20 sides? That would be 162 degrees. How many atoms of oxygen are represented in 4BaNO3 taken twice? Chris?
6.
No, that's incorrect. Does Forrest have an answer? Yes, Sarah?
9.
No, it's 24. Name the pro-Nazi Norwegian leader whose name has become synonymous with one who betrays his country. Yes, Chris?
Raider.
No, that's incorrect. Forrest? The leader was Vikud Kiesling. Toss up. Name the Florida educator and lawyer who wrote the song Lift Every Voice and Sing. John?
James Alden Johnson.
Yes. The bonus is worth 2 points each, or 10 points for all four. Name the country from whom the United States acquired the following. First, Guam. Second, the Virgin Islands. Third, Alaska. And fourth, Puerto Rico. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all four. Name the country from whom the United States acquired the following. Guam, Virgin Islands, Alaska, Puerto Rico.
One is France, 2 is England, 3 is Russia, and 4 is Spain.
You got the last two. The first is Spain, the second is Denmark. 3 and 4 are correct for 4 points. In what novel does Rudya Raskolnikov kill 2 old women because... Yes, John?
Crime and Punishment?
Yes, thank you, so I don't have to pronounce more of those names. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. First, name the environmentalist whose scathing attack on pesticides, published in 1962, crystallized the environmental movement and gave it positive direction. And second, name the work which contained this attack. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both, name the environmentalist whose scathing attack on pesticides, published in 1962, crystallized the environmental movement and gave it positive direction. And second, name the work
We have an answer. 1 is Rachel Carson, and 2 is Silent Spring.
Yes, toss up. Name the branch of mathematics that was first used by the ancient Egyptians and Greeks in surveying, navigate. Yes, John?
Geometry?
No, that's incorrect. 2 point penalty. I'll repeat the question for Forrest. Name the branch of mathematics that was first used by the ancient Egyptians and Greeks in surveying, navigation, and astronomy, and was developed in connection with the right triangle. Sarah?
Algebra.
Trigonometry. Toss up. What name is given to any chemical reaction that involves the loss of 1 or more electrons by an atom or ion? Chris?
Ionization.
No, that's incorrect. Forrest? Jennifer?
Reduction.
No, oxidation is what we're looking for. Toss up. Name the second black jurist to be named to the Supreme Court. John?
Clarence Thomas?
That's it. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. For each of the following epic novels, state the continent on which all or most of the action takes place. First, Kim, and second, the Bridge of Saint Louis Rey. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. For each of the following epic novels, state the continent on which all or most of the action takes place. First, Kim, second, the Bridge of Saint Louis Rey.
One is Asia, 2 is North America.
2 is South America, but Asia earns you 4 points. Toss up. Shakespeare is to James I as who is to Louis XIV? John?
Voltaire.
No. Forrest? You had to come up with the analogy. Moliere. Another toss-up. What do we call the condition in which winds rotate around a high-pressure center counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere? Chris?
Hurricane.
No, that's incorrect. Forrest? In the southern hemisphere, making it an anti-cyclone. Toss up. In physics, if the work done is divided by the time during which the work is done, what factor is determined? Russell?
Power?
Yes. Bonus is worth 10 points. What is the greatest common factor of 140 and 168? For 10 points. What is the greatest common factor of 140 and 168? Greatest common factor is 28 for no points. Toss up. Name the African country in which the cities Tangier and Marrakesh are located. Sarah?
Zaire.
No, they are not. Lee High School. Chris?
Egypt.
They are in Morocco. Another toss up. It is incorrect to refer to the grotesque beasts carved on buildings as gargoyles unless they do what? Sarah?
Wine.
No. Lee? John?
Siphon rainwater.
Judge? Yeah, we'll take that. Drain water. Bonuses worth 4 points each or 10 points for both. Name 2 of the 3 men who served as Secretary of the Treasury during the Reagan administration. For 4 points each or 10 points for both. Name 2 of the 3 men who served as Secretary of the Treasury during the Reagan administration.
One is Baker.
We'll accept James Baker. The other 2 are Donald Regan and Nicholas Brady. 1 correct for 4 points. The game is lacrosse. What does the French expression lacrosse mean in English? It is the stick. Toss up. You'll need your pencils. A single die is thrown. What is the probability of getting an odd number or a multiple of 3? The probability is 2/3. Toss up. What type of wave is produced when a wave train moving in one direction meets an identical wave train moving in the opposite direction? Yes, Chris?
No wave?
No, that's incorrect. Does Forrest have an answer? That is a standing wave. That's the end of round 2. Before we look at the scores, let's meet the team players from Lee High School. First, we have Chris Allen. Chris is a junior. His activities include the Interact Club and the Bible Club. His hobbies are baseball, writing, music, and reading. He plans to attend the University of Florida. Next is Chris Donovan. Chris is a junior. His activities include soccer, football, cross country, track, Interact Club, the German Club, and he's secretary of the Student Council. His hobbies are writing, acting, and reading, and he plans to attend the University of Georgia and wants to be a veterinarian. Team captain John Arntz is a sophomore. He's active in Boy Scouts, active in church. His hobbies are computers and reading about World War II. Me too. He plans to attend either Michigan State University, Florida State, or MIT. Next is Russell Mitchell, who is a sophomore. His activities include the Interact Club and the German Club. His hobbies are reading and writing comic books, video games, and computers. He plans to attend Florida State University and wants to write comics professionally. And those are the team players from Lee High School. Let's look at the score. Forrest has 14 points, and Lee has 100 points. And Lee has elected to substitute, and Dylan Fallon has rejoined his team. It's time now for that Brain Brawl Lightning Round, which is the series of toss-up questions worth 4 points if answered correctly, 4 points for the opposing team if answered incorrectly. The round is 2 minutes or 25 questions, whichever comes first. Here we go. Name 2 positive odd integers whose product is 143. That's 11 and 13. What term refers to an association of similar cells that carry out a specific function? Russell.
Tissue?
Yes. What is the traditional date for the fall of Rome? John. No, it has to be quick. 476 AD. Name the American author of Roughing It. That is Mark Twain. What is the value of the expression 1/5 to the negative 1 power? Anna.
5.
Yes. What is the fused head and thorax region of arachnids called? Jessica.
Cephalothorax.
Yes. Who was the first prime minister of Israel? Chris.
Saul.
No, David Ben-Gurion. Who wrote The Mystery of Edwin Drood? Jennifer.
Dickens.
Yes. The x-coordinate of the point in which a line intersects the x-axis is called what? John.
X-intercept?
Yes. A protozoan called Plasmodium is the cause of what disease? Malaria. The Attorney General of the United States is the head of what department of government? John.
Department of Justice.
Yes. Who wrote Das Kapital? John.
Karl Marx.
Yes. What do we call an equation in the form x over y equals k? That is direct variation. What term refers to a trial idea about the nature or connections between a chain of events? That's a hypothesis. Which U.S. president characterized foreign policy with the slogan, walk softly and carry a big stick? John.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes. How many voyages did Sinbad the Sailor take in Arabian Nights? Jennifer.
7.
Yes. What do we call an angle equal to the difference between another angle and 90 degrees? Anna.
Complementary.
Yes. What name is given to the electrons in the outermost energy level of an atom? Jessica.
Valence.
Yes. And And that's the end of our lightning round. Let's look at today's final score. Forrest has 46 points. Lee has 120 points. So the winner of this match is Robert E. Lee High School. In Brain Brawl competition, a team stays in until it's lost twice, so we'll see Lee again in future rounds. We congratulate Forrest on a job well done as they retire from competition. Join us next time when Fletcher will meet Paxson and undefeated teams from White will meet Rains here on Brain Brawl. When you watch the credits at the end of the show today, look at our producer's name, Lee Solange. Lee's leaving us. He's going to be Director of Instructional Television in Las Vegas, and we wish Lee all the luck. This is Tom Welsh. Thanks for joining us. Remember, in Duval County, education's a family affair.